What is the one greatest success you see with salespeople today? In all the people, I don't know, you helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of salespeople selling insurance. What's the one most important thing you think that really helps them if they get it? And what do you see naturally that when you see the downfall of a salesperson, what is it that you see that you recognize in them, that you know that they're already going to have not a good career in the business that you're in? So what are the differences between being successful and not as successful in that business?
I think the difference between success and what I would consider to be failure in that business, maybe not a failure, but just not successful in that business, is a stick-to-itiveness. You have to be able to get past all the inevitable objections and people not wanting to see you, cancellations of appointments. Like, there's a lot of things that come at you when you're trying to help people really get what they need, right? People don't buy things they need. They have to be sold things they need. They buy things they want. And to get by that first initial objection, you gotta have a tough skin.
Tough mental attitude.
Yeah, you have to have a tough attitude.
You're not afraid of failure.
You have to believe. You really have to believe in what you are doing. You really have to believe it. Like 100 people could get up and say, I don't believe it, but you do. And you have to strongly believe, and you have to know the reasons why it's going to help that person, all the benefits to them and what that means to them and how it can solve it, because sometimes they can't even see it. A lot of times they don't even know. And you have to point that out, that you have a problem. You're heading towards a cliff, driving happily in a car, but you're going straight for a cliff, and you're doing everything you can to keep them from going over that cliff. And they're not listening to you. But if you really believe in what you're doing, you're going to help them from going over that cliff. And if they don't listen to you, they're gone off the cliff. You've done everything. As long as you've done everything you can possibly do to keep them from going over the cliff, you've done your job, and then you move on. And that's the way you have to look at it. You're crazy, and off they go, and off the cliff they go. And that is what's going to happen in most situations if you're selling a product or a solution to a problem that they have.